friends, welcome to Inspired Learners Podcast. My name is Newton Norbert and I'll be your host. Please, let's begin the word of prayer. Most High,
glorious God, enlighten the darkness of my heart and give me true faith, certain hope, and perfect charity, sense of knowledge, Lord, that I may carry out your holy and true command. Amen.
Yes, friends, today is our 19th episode as regards our series at the Inspired Learners platform. If it is your first time to hear this platform, please make sure to visit our website, inlearners.org. inlearners.org. There you'll see our timetable for the coming presentations and discussions. Moreover, you'll have a free access to the papers for the past presentations, including the one for today. Besides, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out the following uploads in our series. We're privileged to have various guests in our presentation today, starting from my left side.
Brother Dionis, Brother James, Brother Datius.
Today we are honored to have Dr. George Ndemo with us. Dr. Ndemo is a senior lecturer in philosophy at Jordan University College, a constituent of St. Augustine University in Tanzania. Doctor, pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
Dr. Ndemo is going to lead us into a discussion on philosophy. Welcome, Doctor, to introduce your topic and take the lead of the floor.
Thank you. Good afternoon to you all.
Good afternoon.
I should first and foremost begin by thanking you for the invitation to join you today in your discussion. It was suggested to me to talk on something relating to the link between philosophy and theology. I tried to figure out how I should approach this talk to you today. And what finally came to my mind is to share with you briefly, from a historical point of view, the traditional link between philosophy and theology, and the attack on this unity between the two disciplines by the secured autonomy of the sciences, and the implications of this to a contemporary relationship between philosophy and theology. So more or less, I can call it a contemporary link between philosophy and theology. And when we speak about this, we are reminded of the traditional relationship where philosophy is treated as the handmaid of theology. My purpose here is to give you a panoramic view on how the relationship between philosophy and theology was initially held by the ancients concerned with science and scientific knowledge, and how the change in the underlying conception of science itself today accounts on a deeper level for the repercussion of the scientific development and the rejection of both philosophy and theology, but also leads us to a new notion and function of philosophy that can once again revive that relationship that used to be there between philosophy and theology. Now, we all know that both theology and philosophy have suffered heavily from the secured autonomy of the sciences, which lumped the sciences together in a single category to contrast them with other fields of human activity. In the first stage of modernity, an attempt was made to subvert the epistemic claims of theology and metaphysics. In the second historicist stage, the normative disciplines of ethics and epistemology were severely unsettled. And so the separation of modern science from common sense and the increasing specialization of the empirical disciplines have shattered the classical metaphysical synthesis based on Aristotelian principles. The specialized cognitive development since the 17th century has regularly outrun the efforts of philosophers to integrate it. So we see that a theology that in the past indeed claimed to be the queen of the sciences was rejected as the queen of the sciences. And the philosophy that was seen as the best and the total science was also rejected. To bring this point out, I would want to begin by showing you the notion that bound theology and the metaphysics as related together, and how the change in that notion has developed and changed completely what took place. So we will see today that what started in a traditional way as a unity between the philosophy and the theology was centered more on reliance on logic, deductive, inductive, and transcendental principles of unity in the different varieties of foundational epistemology. But as the notion of science changes, so modern science moves away from reliance on logic, deductive, inductive, and the principle of unity, and becomes an ongoing process of discovery, refinement, and revision. Now, this is not something that is a permanent propositional achievement. And to maintain this, the strategies of epistemic integration simply cannot keep pace with this. I will be arguing for a position whereby the limitations of logic really should not divorce philosophy from its traditional synoptic intentions. And I would want to show that the synoptic quest remains credible because the dynamic pluralism of contemporary science and scholarship is traceable to a unified international foundation. And at the source of all this is cognitive development, which portrays a revision that is a normative pattern of recurrent and related intentional operations. And here we find the universal and invariant structure of cognition, a generalized empirical method that can bring the sciences together. Now, when science originally was conceived as a permanent propositional achievement, it was reasonable to attempt cognitive unification through logic. But in the context of today, where historical consciousness demonstrates the various changes that have been there in the development, when science is understood to be an ongoing and a collective process of inquiry, then the basis of unity becomes located in an empirical method and not in logic. Now, it is this historic shift in heuristic strategy from logic to method that underlies the new relationship that I will be talking between theology and philosophy.